Writers, it's nice to see you. I've got Hoppy here with me. And Hoppy, right, you want to show the kids what you did or tell them? All right, we're going to show them. All right, watch you see what Hoppy did. It was kind of silly. Writers, last time we were together, do you remember we learned a new way to add things to our list to come up with ideas for what to write about? And remember, I thought about an activity or, right, a place. And that's what I did, right? I thought about, what have I done? And what am I doing that I like to do that I could write a story about? So remember I said, oh, I know, I've taught the dogs tricks. And I was telling you about Ranger learning to say I love you. And I've planted some seeds, right? So I could write about that. And I've taken some walks, haven't I? So I could write a story about that. So now today we are on step 3, touch and tell, because I did my sketches when I wasn't with you and I'm going to show you. So I want to show you today how I learned to say more when I touch and tell my story. Are you ready to do that? Okay, I'm going to show it to you, and it's called twin sentences. Wait till you see this. So I'm going to show you my book. Here's my book, Ranger Learns to Talk, and I did my sketches. So here's sketch 1. Do you see how I labeled it? Here's Connor. And here's Ranger. And so I'm going to touch and tell my story to you. So Connor put Ranger on his lap. That's one sentence. Now I'm going to add another sentence. And it's going to be like a twin. It's going to be about the same thing. So Connor put Ranger on his lap. Connor said, Ranger, I think you can learn to talk. See how I did that? I added another sentence. Now I'm going to go to the next page. Here's my next page. Connor looked in Ranger's eyes and said, I love you. And now I'm going to add a twin sentence, right? Another one. Ranger looked back at Connor and said, ow! Did you see how I did that? I added 2 sentences that go together. Go to the next page. Here you go. This says, Connor saying, I love you. And Ranger says, I love you. So now I'm going to add my sentences. Say, Connor tried again. One sentence. Connor said, I love you. And Ranger howled back, I love you. Do you see how I did those 2 twin sentences? And now I'm going to write it. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you so you can see my work. Okay, writers, do you see my screen? All right, let's start. So it says, Ranger learns to talk. All right, now let's open it up. And remember, we're going to write the twin sentences, right? 2 sentences on a page that go together. So I'm going to think back to what I said here. Connor and Ranger, right? And I said, Connor put Ranger on his lap. So I'm going to write Connor, and I have that written right here. Connor put. Let's say the sounds in put together. Put. I heard 3 sounds. Did you? Let me put them down. Ranger. Oh, Ranger's right there. I can write that. Ranger. On. Let's say the sounds. On. His. You go ahead. You say the sounds. Is. Lap. Let's say the sounds. Ooh. Lap. You see, that's one sentence, but I'm not stopping there. I'm going to do my twin sentence, right? Connor, I know that word, said, and said is one of those words you just have to know, said, Ranger Ranger, I think you can learn to talk. Do you see that, writers? Did you see what I did there? I looked at my writing and I thought how I could say more. And one way we say more is to add a twin sentence. So I put it on our chart. And when you're writing, writers, you can add more than one sentence, and twin sentences go together because they're about the same thing. All right, happy writing, writers.